Hello, beautiful souls. My name is Pooja Metani, and I'm the founder of Akasha Codes. Akasha Codes is a company I created as a sacred space where I could share ancient tools, ancient wisdom, ancient healing, along with modern tools. Um, I have a lot of certifications. I am an Akashic Records teacher. I am an intuitive energy healer. I'm a Reiki master. I have a lot of titles as a life coach. I'm a computer engineer. But what I like to call myself is soul activator. I use all the certifications, all these tools I have as a mixed modality to share with the world. My goal is that when you leave from this session, something has activated in your soul. Something is bringing you peace. Something is bringing you joy or clarity, or you have a spark of what to do next. That's my goal in anything I do. I do one-on-one sessions of energy healing, Akashic Records, and my own modality, Akasha Codes Healing. I do workshops in Needham, Massachusetts, and Natick, Massachusetts. I do retreats locally also and internationally. We are going in less than a month to Egypt. I'm taking a group of women to a journey, a pilgrimage into the land of Egypt. And we are not only going to see the places, Cairo, the Nile, the temples, but we are going to activate something within us to bring it back to the world. So join me in anything I do. I do retreats also for corporations. I do wellness retreats for corporations, for small businesses. I do websites. I do a lot of things. So I will invite you to follow me in Instagram, Akasha Codes, or if you want, see my website, akashacodes.com. Today I have a very special journey for you. This is a journey, it's an Akasha Codes healing, which is my own modality, where we mix energy healing with some psychic and mediumship tools and the Akashic Records. The Akashic Records are like a library of your soul. In this library, we have books. Some people have a lot of books. Some people have less books. Some people have ancient books, and some people have more modern books, depending on your soul's journey. So what are in these books? We have imprints of everything we have gone through, every emotion, every belief, every thought, every experience that we've gone through in this lifetime, in past lifetimes, and also through our lineage. Because how our parents, grandparents, great-grandparents lived also influence us, also affect on how we live. Some beliefs, some thoughts, some traditions are passed, sometimes consciously, like a Christmas tradition that we have in our family, sometimes unconsciously, maybe a fear, maybe a challenge that our grandparents had. We keep on passing it along through the generations. So through the Akashic Records, you can discover what those patterns are, those cycles, the origin of that challenge, or the origin of that gift. Some people think healing is only to release, to remove challenges, to remove sadness, but it's also to unlock the gifts you're supposed to discover in this lifetime, or the gifts that were bestowed in your lineage and maybe for some reason or another were not brought to life. And so you have the capacity through the Akasha Codes healing also to develop, also to discover those gifts that you bring through your lineage or through your soul contracts. So we are going to do this journey today to awaken our blueprint. A blueprint is the original, when you say the blueprint of a building, is the original scheme, the original plans of that building. Maybe then there were renovations and some things changed, but the blueprint is the original plans. So we are going to awaken the blueprint of our soul. What does that mean? I want you to experience remembrance, because a lot of the people think that healing is about getting to know new things, but many times it's just remembrance. You're remembering something that you promised, remembering something that you agreed upon before coming into this lifetime or in past lifetimes. So this journey is going to be like a meditation in the beginning, and we are going to be tapping into parts of your body. If I mention any specific chakra, any specific part of your body, don't worry about focusing in the exact point, or don't worry if you don't know where this chakra is. I'll try to describe it, but your energetic body is intelligent, so it will do it without you needing to mentally focus on it. My belief is we have 5 bodies. We have the physical body, we have a mental body, we have an emotional body, we have an energetic body, and we have a spiritual body. All these bodies are connected. What happens in one can affect the other ones. Sometimes we have a lot of tension, we have a lot of stress because of work, and that mental pressure maybe develops into migraines or in another physical pain. Or maybe emotionally we are heartbroken, and some people feel it like, I can't breathe, or I feel my heart shatter. So different bodies are affected in different ways, but what happens in one excuse me, what happens in one will affect the other ones. So when we are going through the body, I'll be mentioning different parts of the body. And if you are listening to this recording, this is also for you. When I open the sacred session, when I open this journey and this healing, it's for anyone who's going to be paying attention, listening to this recording now or later. Any point, the moment you listen to it is the right moment for you. So don't disengage in this. Even if you're hearing the recording, you will feel the effects of this healing nevertheless. And the more you repeat this healing, the deeper layers you will go through in your body, in your different bodies and your energy, and into the wisdom of the Akasha codes. So I want you to take a moment to drink water if you want to get comfortable. If you can sit up, right up is perfect. If you prefer to lie down, that's okay. Some people experience sleepiness or they zone out. Some people tell me, I could hear you talking, but I zone out. Do not worry. The healing is affecting you. The healing is impacting you. The healing is reaching you. Doesn't matter if you consciously hear it or unconsciously. Sometimes we're not ready to hear some parts of the messages that our guides have for us. And so sometimes we zone out during that part of the healing, or we fall asleep. So don't worry if that happens. You can listen to the recording if you want to, but there's a reason for everything. So you don't have to stress. I will be bringing and mentioning the divine team. What is the divine team? Every person has a divine team, and the divine team is not associated with religious or spiritual beliefs. It could for some people, but it doesn't have to. It is rooted in who you believe in that energy, in that power that you believe in, that you have hope on, that you have faith in. So what does this mean? For example, I grew up in a Hindu home and we were quite religious. So part of my divine team is the Hindu gods and goddesses. But I studied 10 years in a Catholic school. So the roles and the deities of Maria and Joseph and Jesus and the angels also come here. My divine team is eclectic. I've studied a bit of Buddhism, Sufism, so it's a bit eclectic with my beliefs. But it doesn't matter if you don't think you believe in a deity or a god or goddess. You can call it universe. You can call it high power. You can call it the elements, the earth, the water. You can mention anything. Their vibration is the same. So it doesn't matter what you call it. Your divine is those that you believe in, or you know that they are doing something for your benefit or moving the world. You can call it the cosmos. It doesn't matter. Also, sometimes a part of our divine team is our ancestors, those that you might have known, those that you might have not known, part of your lineage or part of your loved ones, even if it's not blood related. They might become your guides, your divine guides, and they might be part of your divine team for a period of time, or they might be in your life forever. And they divine team, their purpose is to guide you, to protect you, to give you hope, to give you love. Okay, so I'll be calling in the divine team, and sometimes in the healing, I might mention they are saying this, or the divine team is saying this, or the team of light, or the spirit team. It's different names for the same thing. It's that high frequency energy that we have access to that is protecting us and giving us guidance and clarity. So having said that, I want you to now take few deep breaths at your own rhythm and slowly and gently close your eyes. And if you feel like your breathing in is not deep enough or it's too fast, don't judge it. Today we are not judging. We are just opening up, observing, and receiving. And we are going to create like a bracket. So we are going to push aside everything you were doing before this session, anything that you were talking or doing. And we are going to set aside everything that you're going to do after this session. We're just going to pause it to be fully present. We're not going to push it away. We're just setting it aside, and you can pick it up right after the session. But during this time, I want you to take full advantage and be fully present. Sometimes the guides are saying we are always rushing to the next thing and overthinking about what is the next thing and what is in our to-do list. And we hardly spend time being fully present, not doing anything, just being present. And I want you to focus now on your root chakra. The root chakra is below the tailbone. For women, is in front. For men, are in the back. And again, don't worry about the specific point. Just look at that area. And I want you to focus on the root chakra. And the root chakra, the chakras are just energy points that we receive energy and we give energy. And the chakra is opening up. And to imagine this, if you're a visual person, you can imagine a flower blooming or the lens of a camera opening up, or just seeing a dot that is growing and growing and growing. Doesn't matter how you see it. And if you cannot visualize it, just know that your energetic body is intelligent and will open it up. And as it's open up, from the center of this flower or the chakra, roots are coming out like the roots of a tree. First they're small, and as they grow, they become thicker and bigger. And they keep on growing, passing through your clothes, passing through the chair you're sitting in, passing through the floor of the place where you are, passing through all the layers of the building in which you are, connecting to the earth, connecting to Mother Earth, going even deeper and deeper and deeper to all the layers of Mother Earth until it reaches the center of the earth. The center of the earth is a ball of fire. And this ball of fire is here to let us connect our roots to it. And through this channel that we have created from our root chakra to the center of the earth, we're going to feel the strength of Mother Earth. The root chakra is a chakra of stability, of groundness, of safety. So we are going to allow Mother Earth to hold us, to keep us safe, grounded, and safe. During this session and beyond. And also we are going to use this channel, these roots that is coming from our root chakra to Mother Earth to release whatever doesn't serve you anymore. Anything that you no longer need to hold on. Notice that I didn't say bad or good. Those are layers and labels that we put in. I'm saying just whatever it no longer serves you. Because as a 3-year-old baby, we give them instructions and we tell them stay with the parent or a trusted adult, don't go anywhere, don't talk to strangers, don't walk behind or in front of me, just walk next to me, don't talk to anyone, don't pick up anything from anyone. But as that child grows, that child becomes 13, 14 years old, we encourage that child to become more independent, to make new friends, to talk to other trusted adults, to talk to the teachers, to create relationships. It's not that the rules that we gave at 3 years old were wrong, but they no longer serve that child at 13, 14, 15 years old. And children have a big capacity of pushing the boundaries. And whatever is true today doesn't have to be true tomorrow. If you tell, my parents told me no for ice cream today, maybe tomorrow I'll ask again. Maybe I'll wait 2 days and ask again. Or if I want a toy, I might ask again and again. I don't take no as an answer. But when we become adults, that pushing of boundaries become less and less. We don't feel comfortable pushing the rules or pushing the truths. And something that someone tell us when we were 25, sometimes we carry it until we are 45, 50 as a truth. And maybe they had an opinion about us at that time, but doesn't matter that they still believe that. Maybe we have changed. Maybe they see us in a different light. But many times we carry those words as truth. We carry those beliefs as truth. We carry the rules as truth forever. So today, your divine team is going to help you start to release those thoughts, beliefs, experiences, emotions that you no longer need to hold on. If I tell you to hold a glass of water to the level of your head for a minute, you can do it easily. If I tell you to hold it for 10 minutes, maybe your arm starts getting tired. If I tell you to hold it for 1 hour, it's almost impossible. Your arm will freeze, you will feel pain. The weight is the same. Water is not bad, but how long we held on to it is what caused all the pain, physical pain and discomfort. So you know what I'm saying? Like the saying, what you're holding doesn't have to be good or bad. Those are labels you put. It's just that it doesn't serve you. You no longer need to carry it, right? Like we need to release it from our body to create space for new things, to create lightness in your soul. And some of the things that we are releasing today, you'll be conscious about. And some of the things you will not realize, but your guides, your divine team are helping you release it. And maybe in a week, maybe in a few weeks, maybe in a month, you will realize that you're not thinking the same patterns that you were thinking, or you haven't felt a certain way for a long time. So let them, give them permission to take those things that are pausing you, slowing you down, blocking you, making you feel heavy, making you feel in a way that you don't want to feel. Now I want you to focus on the bottom of your feet. The bottom of your feet also has chakras. And I want you to notice that there's a chakra in the center of your feet, on the bottom of your feet. And I want you to open it up. Again, you can think of it as a flower blooming, as the lens of a camera opening up. or as a dot that's growing and growing and growing. And from there, from the center, roots are coming out, roots of a tree, passing through the floor, passing through all the layers of the building where you are, connecting to Mother Earth, going deeper and deeper and deeper in through all the layers of Mother Earth until it reaches the center of the earth. And now we're going to hook these roots. In this case, we're going to absorb new energy from Mother Earth. We are going to ask Mother Earth that all that energy that she's burning and transmuting and blessing, we want to take some of this renewed energy through these roots. So we are going to allow this energy to go up through your roots, up, 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 going through your feet, passing through your ankles, passing through the side channels of your legs, and connecting to the root chakra. It's creating a cycle of releasing and renewing the energy. And as it comes up through your legs, it's looking for any blockages, any stiffness, any pain that you might have that is holding you back. Legs, feet, they all represent how we are moving forward in life or in a specific situation. The speed in which we are moving, the certainty in which we take the steps, how painless or painful it is to take steps and to leave our comfort zone. So they're going to clear anything that they notice they need to release. We're going to trust them to do this work. And now I want you to focus on the crown chakra. The crown chakra is like an inch above of your head, in the center of your head, center of where you would put a crown. And again, I want you to imagine that it's opening up like a flower, like the lens of a camera. And in this case, it's creating a space. And this space is because we are going to allow our divine team, the universe, the cosmos, the higher powers, whatever you want to call it, we're going to ask them to bring a beam of light that comes full of clarity, full of wisdom, full of knowledge, full of healing, and they're saying full of unconditional love. They're sending all of this through a beam of light. And I want you to see that beam of light shining above your head. Part of it is going through your crown chakra inside your body, and part of it is showering outside your body. So inside your body is going to glow every single cell of your body, from your head, your hair, your forehead, your eyebrows, your eyes, your cheeks, your nose, your lips, your ears, your chin, coming down through your neck. Part of this mixture is going to go through your shoulders, down through your arms, your elbows, your forearms, your wrists, your hands, you're opening our hands to allow some of this energy to go back to the wall. And then back to the shoulders, we're going to allow some of this energy to go down through your chest, covering all your organs. Notice if any organ is highlighted, maybe you need to pay attention to that organ. And the saying in general, specifically for some people, but in general, we need to drink more water. There's kind of a lot happening during this healing, but also in the world, in families, in situations, in works. And water helps you detox. It purifies you. It moves energy. So when we're feeling sad, angry, depleted, water nurtures us. Water also detoxes our body from those energies of feelings, emotions, stress. And it also purifies our body. We need to drink water because we can transmute water. We can bless the water. You can take a glass of water and before drinking saying, Every sip of this water is going to nurture my physical body, my mental body, my emotional body, my energetic body, and my spiritual body. May every sip I take nurture me back to life, nurture me to a state of joy, of relief, of laughter. And you can say anything that you are requiring at this time. Water is one of the easiest things to program, to transmute, to bless it. So drinking more water. And we're going to allow this energy to flush through our body, go through our hips, down to our thighs, our knees, our shin, our calf, ankles, and feet, and allowing some of this universal energy to go down through the roots of our feet back to Mother Earth. So we are bringing the divine energy to Mother Earth to nurture her too. We're bringing heaven to earth. So we're going to allow this energy to go through your body and find those blockages, those parts of your body that need some healing, some nurturing, some love. And then remember I said some of the energy is going out through your body. It's going to wash away your aura. Our aura is our energetic boundary. It goes a couple of inches outside our body, and is where energy from other people or places or situations gets stored. It doesn't mean that it's bad. Some people think, oh, I have an energy in my aura, it's bad. No, sometimes it's just because someone is remembering you. And if they're remembering you, they send part of the energy to you. It comes through your aura. And if you're perceptive and you're like paying attention in the present, you will remember that person. And you'll be like, oh, let me text them. And you text them or you call them and they say, I was just thinking of you. And of course, they were thinking of you and part of the energy came to you. So some of the energy that comes to us is good, it's positive. But again, we shouldn't be carrying other people's energy, even though they come with blessings, with good intentions. We should clear it from our aura, right? We don't have to carry that weight. We clear it, we transmute it, we bless it, and we send it back to sender. We make sure the sender feels complete. They are not missing part of the energy. So we're going to let this shower of energy clear our aura. And sometimes they're showing me the ears, right? It's important to do this periodically, especially when you feel depleted, when you feel confused, because they're showing me the ears. And sometimes when we are in a situation and we have to make a decision or take action, we can hear other people's opinions and thoughts before ours. It's not bad to consider and discuss something with other people or take into consideration other people's opinion or thoughts, but it shouldn't be the first thing. First, you should listen to your inner voice and then allow for the external world, family, friends, other people around you to contribute with the thoughts, the beliefs, and everything. So that's why it's important to also release the energy that doesn't belong to you. So you can feel your energy, you can sense your energy, hear your thoughts, hear the divine thought before you hear everyone else. And like clearing, especially the back of the aura. And in the back, we store everything that we don't know how to handle. Those thoughts, beliefs that come in our mind, or someone has implanted on us, or we have assumed them. Those emotions we feel that we are like, oh, I cannot deal with this right now. And we put them in the back of our body. So that clearing all of that to make you feel lighter, to process those emotions. And they don't want you to specifically make you remember what those emotions or beliefs or thoughts were. They're just releasing it. And if they need to come back, they will come back once you are emptier, once you are lighter, so you have the capacity to handle it. Sometimes they're showing me like a mother who's overwhelmed because it's taking care of the family, the house, the children. And sometimes they're so overwhelmed, there's so much emotions or so much touching, physical touch, because babies and kids need a lot of physical touch, that they reach a moment where they're like, I can't be touched anymore, or I can't take care of anyone else, or I can't think of anything else. I don't even feel like taking care of myself. That's because we're holding into everyone's emotions, everyone's thoughts, energy, and it's good to release it. And they're showing me a shower is something I do. You can, every time you go to the shower, imagine the water is energetic healing, energetic clearing. And as you shower yourself, you're washing away any energy, any thoughts, beliefs, experiences, emotions that are yours that you don't longer need, or that are the other people that you no longer need to hold on. And when you see the water go in the drain by your feet, know that Mother Earth is going to absorb that energy and transmute it. And that is a good, the same spiritual / energetic hygiene tool. Showering yourself, knowing that this water is clearing you. So you can take every day as a new day and focus on what that day brings without assumptions from another day, without the feelings and the heaviness of another moment, or even with the overwhelming joy of some other people, right? Just being fully present. So now they're focusing on the heart. They want to unlock something in your heart. But before they do that, they're showing me the heart. And some people's heart has scars. Some people's heart has been broken. So they're feeling all these scars, all these gaps with golden light. It's kind of like they're showing me, I think it's a Japanese technique of when a bowl breaks, they fill it up, they stick it together and they fill it up with gold to show the value. Something breaks, it's not just wasted trash, it's no. Now we can fill it up with gold and make it valuable. And they're saying the same thing. Don't think of your scars or your heartbreaks as something wasted, time wasted, maybe a relationship that shouldn't be, or moments that were like too hard for you. Don't think of that way. They were lessons of growth. You learned something from that. You became aware. Maybe you set boundaries. You learned to set boundaries, or to protect yourself, or to be more intuitive and know that not everyone has the right intentions. And now you can perceive the intentions, perceive the intention, perceive the energy and what they're meaning to do, the intent behind what they're doing. So never think of your scars or heartbreaks as losses or time wasted or of bad. And bad, again, the same in quotes, because that's labels we use. Say no, everything happens for a reason. Maybe your soul decided to go through it. And they're showing me your soul making a contract. So souls, before coming to life, they decide what they want to experience, what they want to learn in this lifetime. And if a soul decided that they wanted to experience unconditional love, for them to be able to experience it when they come into Earth, they might have to experience the opposite, the polarity of it. Because when you are all day in light, if you have 100% light, you don't know what darkness is. How can you appreciate the light? It becomes normal. If all you receive is unconditional love, you sometimes don't appreciate it, right? So what they're saying is that sometimes the soul chose to experience love, but to appreciate the love and to know what real love is, maybe they have to encounter people that were indifferent to them, or maybe people that didn't have the right energy for them, or they hated them, or they didn't have love. They said, I fell out of love. They have to experience all of those different emotions, different ranges to know what pure unconditional love is. But sometimes we ask the universe, the divine, God, we say, like, why is this happening? How could I have made that choice of experiencing pain or challenges? Maybe we didn't, but maybe we wanted to experience what strength is and how to be strong. And to become strong, you need to confront challenges and situations that are difficult, heaviness, right? So know that there is a plan, there is a blueprint of what you wanted to experience. But to truly experience it, you have to learn to go through all the ranges of that emotion or skill that you want to master or experience in this lifetime. Now they're going to the solar plexus. So the solar plexus is between your chest and the navel and is the chakra of identity, who you are. Not the roles you have, but it could be. I'm a mother, I'm an owner of a business, I'm a healer, I'm a teacher. Those could be it. But most importantly, how you're showing up in the world. What is your identity in the world? With many times the saying we hide between titles and roles. But who you truly are. What are your values? What are your pillars? What are you standing on? We don't spend too much time in discovering that. And I want to do a little exercise today. So I want you to imagine solar plexus below your chest, between your chest and your navel, and the heart chakra. They're illuminating. They're expanding and illuminating. And I want you to take a deep breath and feel like how they are glowing. Put one hand, your right hand in the heart, and your left hand on your solar plexus in the chakra of identity. And we are going to ask our divine team. So I want you to ask this question. You can ask it aloud or quietly to anything that you believe in. Or in general, you can say, divine team, what is one value that I stand by? What is one value I stand by? That is my core, my pillar. Now I want you to listen to it or observe it. You might see the word written, you might hear it, or you might just feel that value in your body. And now I want you to focus on how can I show it to the world? How can I embody this value? What can I do to embody it and express it, show up in the world with this core value that people see me and say, that's the value they have. There are some people that come into our life, we cross paths with them, maybe we're friends, maybe they're family, maybe they're loved ones. I would say, like, they represent faith. I see them and I see what is blind, unconditional faith. There might be other people that, like, they're the representation of hard working. No matter what is going in their life, no matter how they feel, no matter what they're doing, they show up hardworking. They don't become victims. They just get up and do the next thing. So what is your value that you want to be known in the world by? And how can you embody it, and your actions or your decisions or your way of showing up in the world shows it to the world, like, this is my value. This is what I believe in. This is my core pillar. And I'm hearing for some people will be service. For some people is peace. They represent peace. Like people, when they hear them, they just feel an innate feeling of peace. Or just standing by them. They're like, oh, I don't know what is it with them. I just can spend an hour. We don't have to talk. And I just feel peaceful. Some people is integrity. It's a value. And they're saying everything they do, how they show up in the world is with integrity in their mind. No one can say otherwise. So try to remember your word and one action or what decision or how you can show up with that more in the world, because your soul decided that that was one of your pillars. That's one thing that you wanted to master or give in the world or show up in the world with that. So why not bring it now? It's not too late. And normally people have 3 core values or 4. They are the pillars of them. So when you repeat this session, if you listen to this recording, you can go back and ask for the second and the third and fourth. Today, we're just going to focus on 1. I don't want you to get overwhelmed. I want you to make a promise to yourself that moving forward, that core value, that pillar that defines you, should define you, will be at the forefront of your mind. Maybe you write that word and you put it in your desk or by your computer or by your night table to remind you that everything you do, every action you take, every words that you speak are based on that value. If it's integrity, you promise yourself that you are going to move with integrity, that you're not going to do anything fishy or anything that's not right, that is like shady, that no, you are going to move with integrity in every action you take, in every word that you speak. Because that's part of your soul's blueprint. And sometimes we forget. We forget the contracts we made. We forget what we said that we wanted to experience in this lifetime. Sometimes we forget what our values are. And today they're bringing it back, because when we move aligned with our values, with our pillars, life becomes easier. Not saying easy, although I wish I could say it, but they're saying no, it's not easy, but it's easier. You're moving more aligned with those parts of the world, with those, with that energy, with that alignment, right? They're promising you it will be easy. You won't be like feeling like you are hitting a wall again and again, and you're pushing against this wall to create a way, to create a path. You move with integrity, you will attract those that also have that core value or who appreciate that value, right? Like for whom that value is important. So I want you to say that word, say that pillar, that core value you have aloud. Putting both of your hands in your heart. You can imagine that you're writing it in your heart or in your soul. Maybe making a tattoo in your body, right? Like imagine it. Because that's leaving an energetic imprint. That means you are anchoring that into your soul, into your body, into your mind. So it's easier for you to remember, and it's easier for you to move through life with that core value. And when we finish the call, if you have paper and pen or you have a journal, I want you to write it in big, bold words. And also write what they showed you, how you can show up in the world with that. And I see everyone's solar plexus, whoever you are listening to this recording to, bright and shiny, a bit more shinier than it was before, because you have removed the layers that made you forget that value. Or maybe you didn't forget, maybe you knew that was one of your core values, but it was not at the forefront. And your divine team is saying, whenever you're moving in alignment with this core value, with this pillar, we will be there. We will be there to guide you, to give you clarity, to protect you, and to open roads for you. What it means opening roads is opening doors, creating paths for you, creating an easy way for you. And again, life is not going to be just easy. That's not what life is, right? Like as I was saying, you have to experience the contrast, the polarity, or all the ranges. Like when you see a cardiogram, when you connect it to your heart, it goes up and down, up and down, up and down. Life is like that. If it was a flat line, if your heart was a flat line, you wouldn't be alive. So the same thing they're saying, there will be up moments and low moments, but both are needed in life. So when you're in a moment where you're struggling or you're having difficulty or challenges, remind yourself, this too shall pass. As when we are in the high moments, we can enjoy them. We can be in the present, but knowing that this will pass too. Not getting stuck that life is going to be perfect for now on. This is the motion I 100% in our life. But that's not life. That's not living. You need to experience both things. You need to experience the ups and the downs. But when we are in alignment, the ups are not so high and the lows are not so low. It's not so drastic, right? Like we're not moving, and it's not shaking our world. When good things happen, you can be like enjoying and appreciating, but not in such a high that then you crash. Because that's also a problem that many of us have, right? We have such a high, then we crash and we feel like we're in the bottom of the world. No, know that that's part of life. They're also giving attention to who you surround with, who you're surrounding yourself with, who is in your side, right? Like what is your social circles, your people around you, because they can influence you in the ups and the lows too. You want to make sure those people have the best interest in you, for you. And it doesn't mean that they have to agree with everything or they have to have the same values, but it shouldn't be contrasting, right? They're also showing me what you consume, and consuming food, drinks, social media. Social media is such a influencer, for a better word, they're saying, of how you feel, right? And some people say, oh, my feed is all comedians and I laugh and I feel better. Great. But don't depend on that to be happy and feeling happy. Bring that joy into your present life, in the people around you. Maybe share a joke with them. Maybe go see a comedian in life, right? Share it with someone else. Some people say, well, I like the skills, and so I see people doing that. But know that social media is just a small part of someone's life. And don't get fixated on what someone else is doing or what someone else has, because that's so curated. Social media is so curated. So they want you to more lean inside you to know what your values are and use them in your daily life than looking exteriorly at what other people are doing, what they have, what they don't have, how they're doing something. Learn from them, yes. Maybe it inspires you, great. But if it makes you feel negative or makes you feel a lack of because they have money and I don't, they have houses, I don't, they have a family, I don't, they have time, I don't, then it's not something that you want to look at. If it inspires and challenges you and pushes you forward, okay. But not living in comparison, not living in lack, not putting someone else in pedestal. Those are the learnings they have for you today. They're saying the practical learnings, but they're also so important for your soul. And the more you do Akashic Record journey, energy healing, the more you repeat this healing, the deeper layers you will go to. Saying inner wisdom, we have become used to living outside, comparing ourselves or looking at what someone has, not doesn't have. They want you to go inwards. The next phase of life needs to be inwards. So you compete with yourself, you better yourself, you improve yourself without having to prove anything to anyone. But sometimes we have a job that we need to prove ourselves in, that's different, but not like looking for acceptance, looking for someone to say that we made it, nothing like that. Knowing that you want to live in alignment, you want to live with your soul's blueprint in mind, with your soul compass in awareness, your inner wisdom in your awareness. So I want you to take a few deep breaths in and out, anchoring all the messages from this journey. Coming slowly, slowly into the present time. We are going to give thanks to your divine team, to everyone's divine team that's here who has accompanied and co-created this journey for you. I'm thanking my divine team for allowing me to be a channel of healing, of hope, of guidance, of inspiration, hopefully, of remembrance. I'm thanking you for being here in this session. So I want you to slowly, slowly move your body, the fingers, the toes, move your head, maybe move your hips, your shoulders, coming to the present time, coming back to the present time. Taking a deep breath, anchoring everything you experience. And I invite you to journal everything that you've experienced, you've heard, you've seen, because that's how you anchor the messages. And I invite you, if you want to connect with me. My Instagram, Akasha Code, so it's AKASHACODES. AKASHACODES, Akasha Codes. Connect with me, look at my website, send me a message. We'd love to hear what was your experience when you hear this recording, when you are doing this healing, no matter when it is, even if it's 2 months from now. I would love to hear your experience and how it made you feel. And I invite you to participate in any of my workshops or local or international retreats. They're very beautifully curated, very highly energized. And we look into alignment from the participants and the land that we go to. do a book a session with me, a one-on-one. If you want to, you can go to my YouTube channel. I have so many healings there. Akasha Codes, everything, all my socials are Akasha Codes. I also have a podcast in Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and in YouTube. It's called Akasha Whispers, where I share part of my journey, part of my experiences, and some wisdom that my divine team wants me to share with you. Some part of learning and growth into a spiritual part, energetic part, into getting into alignment and bettering yourself. That's my goal, that you feel better every day, that you feel aligned, you feel at peace, and hopefully, as I said, feeling that spark of life. Thank you so much for being here. Connect with me. I would love to say hello to you. And if you have any questions, you can ask me. And I appreciate you for your time and for being here today. Thank you. Bye-bye.